Global Energy Transfer Feed-in Tariff (GETFIT) program in Uganda was developed to address the short to medium-term generation requirements in order to increase the generation capacity so as to meet the demand of electricity in Uganda prior to the commissioning of the Karuma and Isimba large hydropower plants.
By 2011, as a country, we were faced with a number of challenges. First of all, much as we had a good feed-in tariff in place, there was limited investor appetite to come and invest in generation. At the same time, the available supply could not meet the demand. And I recall that at the time, as a country, we were load shedding at the peak period almost 30% of the demand. The government subsidies had increased tremendously. That necessitated that something had to be done. So what we did, working with government and the development partners, we reviewed our renewable energy feed-in tariffs with the view of increasing the tariffs to a level that would be attractive to investors. Our motivation was to incentivize the project sponsors to be able to develop the projects in a much shorter period, so that we could get the much needed energy that the country needed.
We have seven projects that have started construction out of 17. So we do have some delays in some regards with respect to developers completing within their timelines. But overall, the program has been successful at attracting a diverse range of investors to Uganda. And this has been key to the promotion of renewable energy and creating this vibrancy in our power sector. And this has been important, I think, for the government to implement.
GETFIT came about at a time where the government of Uganda had done wide-ranging reforms in the sector that were a very valuable basis for GETFIT. But even despite these reforms and despite the introduction of a refit to encourage investment in renewable energy in Uganda, the investment that was expected was not materializing. So the government of Uganda, together with KfW, sat down to analyze why that was the case. And I think it was the foresight of the CEO of the regulatory authority, Dr. Bena Mutambi, who saw that there are still some challenges that prevent the investment of renewable energy in Uganda, and that developed this program together with KfW to address these barriers. And I think one of the barriers turned out to be that there was a refit, but the refit was not big enough or high enough to encourage investment in renewable energies. So what GETFIT as a program did is to estimate the level of refit that was required and basically provide the top-up to the existing refit to stimulate investment.
The program targets to add a total of 170 megawatts to the national grid from renewable energy sources not exceeding 20 megawatts of installed capacity each.
The program targeted to increase private sector investments in the renewable energy sector of the country with two major objectives. One is to mitigate power shortages in the short to medium term as we await the big hydros, and the other one is to reduce carbon emissions.
The addition will yield approximately 830 gigawatt hours of energy production per year, resulting in emission reductions of 11 million tons of carbon dioxide over the 20-year lifespan of the power purchase agreements executed between the project developers and the Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited.
We had the potential of dispatching HFO, heavy oil-based diesel thermal power plants, and these renewable small plants commissioned in a timely manner would enable us to defer the dispatch of thermal power plants, which are pollutants. They emit more carbon emissions.
The funds totaling to 90 million euros, approximately $107 million for the implementation of the Get Fit program were provided by 4 development partners, including the governments of Norway, United Kingdom through DEC and DFID, Germany through BMZ and BMU, and the European Union Infrastructure Trust Fund for Africa.
So the donors that have rallied behind Get Fit are the European Union, the governments of the United Kingdom, Norway and Germany, and they have all channeled their funding through KfW. KfW then has concluded financing agreements with the government of Uganda, and I think that was a very effective way of channeling the funding, a good example of donor harmonization in one program to reduce transaction costs.
I have worked closely with the Multi-Consult, who are the implementing consultants, since the second round of GetFit implementation. And as well as that, we have been working closely with the KfW and the government of Uganda through the Electricity Regulatory Authority. And all of this has been facilitated by the steering committee of GetFit, which comprises the governments of Norway, the UK, Germany, and the European Union. And the program has also been supported through by the World Bank through the partial risk guarantee facility that was implemented at the beginning of the program to mitigate the risk of developers. And to all of these people, we are grateful and acknowledge their contribution to the success of this program.
The first round of the Get Fit program commenced on March 24th, 2013. 8 projects with a combined estimated capacity of 83.74 megawatts were approved for the Get Fit Premium. Of these were 7 hydropower projects and 1 bagasse cogeneration plant.
We are proud that 7 of them are at construction stage. 1 is commissioned, that is Kachira Sugar Works, and we expect 1 to commission by the end of 2016, and about 3 in 2017, and the rest are at different levels of development.
The second round of the program was opened on November 6, 2013. 5 projects of total installed capacity 25 megawatts were approved, and these included 3 hydros, 1 biomass, and another bagasse cogeneration plant.
Okay, so the GetFit program has so far had 3 rounds of requests for proposal, and the first one was in November 20. Actually, the first one was in March 2013, and that was the first round, RFP1. And then we had the second one in November of the same year, 2013. And then we had a GetFit solar facility round where we invited bids as well for solar tenders, and that was in 2014, late 2014. And then we had the final request for proposal under GetFit, which we refer to as RFP3 in also end of 2014.
Through the GetFit program, we have also been able to improve our licensing process. We have developed a number of tools for the permitting process as well as the licensing process. So right now it's very clear when you're applying for a license and you're applying for a permit, what exactly are you supposed to submit to the authority, how long will it take to be considered, and what is the content that ERA will be looking at.
A solar tender process was also conducted under the GetFit program. The tender process yielded 2 projects of 10 megawatts each.
The government initiated a request to the development partner to include solar, grid-connected solar within the Get Fit program so that the country can benefit from its advantages.
The final round of the Get Fit program, which closed in January 2015, resulted into 5 hydropower projects with a total combined capacity of 43.1 megawatts. Of the 19 projects that have been approved for the Get Fit Premium, a number of them have commenced construction. Some of these include the 6.1 megawatt City 1 hydropower plant located in Buko district, eastern Uganda. This project is expected to have an estimated annual energy production of 29 gigawatt hours with a projected investment of $14.8 million US, of which 3.6 million is from Get Fit commitment.
We are building here is 2 run-of-a-river project. City 1 starts about 5 kilometers upstreams, takes the water from City River and it delivers it down to the powerhouse.
This is a powerhouse area. Now we are constructing the concrete in the base level, and the reinforcement, lane reinforcement and concreting all those base level. And then from up the stock line is coming from there. There's a place called bifurcation, the top of this top cut. Then the pipe divided one pipe divided 2 pipes. Then coming the 2 pipes to the powerhouse. Then there will be 2 turbines. We are generating each 2.5 megawatt. Then we are generating 5 megawatt electricity here. After this water coming through this penstock to the turbine, then it's going for this river to this terrace.
Construction on this project commenced in March 2015, and it is the most advanced project in the Get Fit portfolio. The project is expected to achieve commercial operations date in Q4 of 2016.
Actually, this is the beginning of May. Within 3 months, we plan to complete the powerhouse.
We are monitoring all these aspects of the Get Fit project closely. We are monitoring the plants at the different stages of implementation. We are monitoring the interconnection arrangement to ensure that we deliver a product in a timely manner, but also to ensure that there are no delays. That the commissioning of the evacuation line is coordinated with the commissioning of the power plant.
The developer has faced environmental and social challenges, in particular those concerning displacement compensation.
We have a lot of structures affected for about 19 families. This particular structure is grain milling that the Musobo family uses for the community as a whole comes here to make some posho out of their maize seeds. This is going to be relocated to a different section of their compound in here. We have made arrangements with them, we've had discussions, and they are almost ready to actually move it. They want to first set up a shell and they will move.
So this is one of our sites, the surge tank that is in active construction. This is where we can demonstrate, part of the sites where we can demonstrate our safety measures that we've taken for the workers working around. I could say the workforce for this project is approximately 182 workers, of which 133 of them are the local workers from the local area, and the others are from the expatriates from Sri Lanka, around 33, and around 26 from Kampala and other areas. So here the safety measures we've taken, because we're working within a highly populated community area, we have to make sure we protect the people working here as well as the workers themselves and the community around this area. So for us, every worker in the community, safety is of high priority. We provide them with equipment, safety equipment, appropriate PPE for them. Like particularly for this construction site, we're working at very high heights. So we provide them with safety belts to protect them from working at heights, as well as ensuring that their regular health and safety measures are met with resources from the company as well.
The Rumi hydropower plant, with a planned installed capacity of 5.5 megawatts and an estimated annual energy production of 27 gigawatt hours, is the second project under construction. It is located in Kasese district, and the projected investment in this project is $20.8 million. The Get Fit commitment towards this project is $3.9 million, and the expected commercial operations debt for this project is Q2 2017. The project reached financial close and has initiated early construction works, with the official groundbreaking having taken place in September 2015.
We have done quite a number of projects for the community and with the community. So because of these grants, it has helped us to do more than what we initially planned. So with me today, I have Esther Mutaka, a person who is affected by the project, what we call the PAP. And she is involved in the project from many aspects. So I think she is the best person to talk about what she does for the project and how the project has helped her and how it's going to help her in the future. So Esther, up to you.
On the behalf of this community, we have benefited from this company. One, we got a very good road.
That's good.
Secondly, we got electricity.
So while doing this project, we have identified there are several impacts that we are going to have on the environment.
Yes.
So to mitigate that and improve the conservation of the environment, we have put several processes in place. So a few, if I was to mention, is that in critical areas where we have identified, we have put gabions. So where you were before, you can see that when we build the dam, we're going to have a big catchment area. So in order for us to protect that catchment, we are going to build some trees. So for those trees, what we are going to do is we are going to start growing those trees now itself in a nursery. So that is going to be put in place, and so by the time it is all completed, we have full trees.
The Mumbai Hydropower project, with an installed capacity of 6.5 megawatts and an expected annual energy production of 31 gigawatt hours, is another project under construction. The project is located in Kavale district, and the projected investment in this project is $14.1 million.
We started investigating projects in Uganda in early 2012, and Mumbai was discovered in 2013. So right from that time, we started carrying out investigations, then application process, approval process, and so on. And finally, the project was approved in 2014.
These bridges were really wooden bridges, timber. But at the moment, you can see, we shall also be seeing what is on the ground. They are, of course, concrete bridges, and they have helped the project and the community. Basically, the project came in for construction of, and for the community, now we are people, they have easy access. Vehicles are moving in with materials, market days, people are coming from Rwanda. They are using these roads that they used to avoid through some other accesses. But now they are using this project road.
The GetFit Premium commitment for this project is $4.5 million, and the developer commenced construction works in September 2015.
We came in with a livelihood project where most of these families are benefiting, not only project affected persons, but even the communities around. So we have one NGO that has come in to implement our livelihood project. We are providing seeds and also training them on on better agricultural practices. So this has taken, it's around 4 months now, 4 months. And the progress is promising.
What we are seeing here is the Hearth Center. You remember at the public hearing, it was mentioned that one of the benefits that the project would bring to the community as they requested was a Hearth Center, and this is one of them. This is a Hearth Center, and it's such a big structure, as you can see. It is Hearth Center too, so we acquired the land for this structure. We have constructed, as you can see, construction works going on, and once it is completed, then we will hand over to the government for the management. The land was clearly obtained, and there is no issues about the land. They have so much liked this facility that we have put up because they have realized that all the promises that Muvumbe made, they are committed to fulfilling. This is one of the promises actually which were made.
Muvumbe project actually, first and foremost, it has given employment to people, and which is very, very good to the people, instrumental, and we want to appreciate. The second part of it, of course, we look forward to seeing what people have been desiring to come out of the darkness. People, the moment Muvumbe project is over, I hope we shall benefit from this project. But for the time being now, before it is completed, people are very happy because all people around, first of all, people, they came to sell their things to these workers. That's, one cannot plant something now and you say, I have nowhere to sell it. They can sell their products, people can get employment, different employment, they can prepare food and then they share with the workers, and people can also get employment within the project, which is very, very, very good.
As we have been making a tour out there, we have completed 4 major access roads, and that is also something that we have given to the society or the communities around. Initially, the tail line was terrible, the press was inaccessible, but with the construction of the 4 access roads, now I have been hearing stories. People can put up structures, even residential homes, anywhere along those access roads. That's another thing that we have given to the community, the access roads.
Other projects that have been approved for the GetFit Premium include the 16 megawatt Kikagati Hydropower project, the 9.2 megawatt Nyamwamba Hydropower project, the 20 megawatts Kakira Cogeneration project, the 16.5 megawatt CT2 Hydropower project, the 4.5 megawatt Waki Hydropower project, the 5.4 Lubilia Hydropower project, the 5.25 Sindila Hydropower project, the 15 megawatt Nyamagasani 1 Hydropower project, the 5.5 megawatt Nyamagasani 2 Hydropower project, the 5.4 Ndugutu Hydropower project, the 9.6 megawatts Nkusi Hydropower project, and the 7.6 Chambura Hydropower project.
I would like to thank the development partners for having agreed to partner with us and to put in place this program, which later on we baptized GetFit, Global Energy Transfer Feed-in Tariffs. The development partners were organized by the Development Bank of Germany, KfW, and these are mainly the government of Norway, the government of Germany, European Union, the UK government, and last but not least, the World Bank, which provided the DRG facility for these projects.